Well, hello there, how are you? I've already prepped my face with Yulay pre-shave oil, and my razor today is going to be this Feather Popular razor. It's a twist-to-open razor, and it's very mild, but in there I do have a rather sharp blade, a matching feather high stainless double-edged blade. The razor comes with two of these, and this will be on its second use, the blade in here. I've already lathered my brush up, which will be this Lancaster Razor Works brush, synthetic tuxedo knot. I've lathered in the Timeless Razor shaving bowl, and my cream, new to me and my first use of this, is going to be this Cella Bio Organic cream right there in the green tube. So I've already got the brush going here. I will go ahead and wet this just a little bit, and I mean just like a drop or two. And yeah, that's plenty there, I'm sure, maybe more than enough. I'm going to try to get a lather started, and I hope you're all doing well out there. I hope you're having a good week so far. So Whoop. Maybe I didn't need any water on the brush. Plenty of water. Flinging water and lather all over, but I don't mind. Nice smelling cream, but quite a bit different scent than the regular Cella. And I think this it's supposed to be all natural. I think no animal products or anything like that in the cream. So, I don't know. Had good luck with this razor before. Let me go ahead and try to get started shaving with the razor a little, and I'll begin pass number one with the grain here. Once again, a very mild razor and a rather sharp blade to offset that mildness, very mild aggression. A little bit of a Gillette slide here, the diagonal. And back to going exactly more or less with the grain. And go over here, flip the razor over to its clean side. Make sure I got this down. This is tight, got the doors tight and the blades in there fine. Haven't really had any problem with that coming loose. Not on this razor. My first and only feather razor so far. One of the things I like about this is that it does come in a nice little plastic box, a little display case. I kind of like that. The razor blades and the little display case there on eBay were about $12 postage paid, so I couldn't resist. Plus, I had seen Ken Surfs use one of these, and it was on his channel that I was informed that it comes with its own little case. So I'm like, ooh, I gotta get me one of them one of these days, and now I have one. Okay, time to rinse the razor. Okay, continuing here. About a day's worth of growth here. Feels like more than a day's worth because yesterday, forgive me, but I shaved with a disposable razor and a can of goo just to get it over with. And to make sure that I had a good face and neck full of stubble for this shave because I was shaving later and later each evening. Part of that was because I was getting such good, close and comfortable shaves. Have been lately anyway. And then a couple of nights ago, excuse me, I did shave with more traditional things, but I didn't post the shave of the day or anything. I was just giving myself a little break from the hobby. Almost got myself up here on the nose. But it's a little harder to nick yourself with this razor because it is so mild, even with the sharp blade on it, but so far so good. Well, I think I might have, I can't tell for sure, I might have gotten myself. Just not being careful enough. Okay, continuing on. Comfortable shave, just as it was the first time I used this razor several days ago. That I did post a shave of the day in the Facebook groups, and it was well received, as I recall. A lot of people either had this razor and commented on it, yay or nay, or some of the people were interested in maybe getting this razor. And I did get some little weepers there. I don't think I got any weepers the first time I used this. Second use on the blade again. That the disposable razor I used last night, I guess it was, even as far as disposable razors go, wasn't a very good one. It was just not a good razor. I mean, not even good, like I said, not even good among disposable razors. Very cheap dollar store razors. And when you get something like, I don't know, what is it, 5 razors for $1, yeah, you're gonna get what you pay for. And a $1 can of goo, which also isn't even good as far as cans of goo go. But for a quick one and done where you just don't care, I guess that's all you need, just to break the stubble down a little bit. I'll be back. I'm not really going anywhere. I'm just gonna pop right back in, freshly lathered, and we'll do a second pass across the grain. Okay, it's time to do second pass across the grain here. Not much of a blade gap. I may end up having to go in the kitchen and use the sprayer on this to get some of the gunk out from between the blade and the base plate there, because well, in fact, that's what I did with the disposable razor. Such a narrow little gap between the 2 blades on one of those that, well, it'd be nice to have a sprayer hose in here to get the gunk out from between the 2 blades or whatever. Anyway, across the grain. Very narrow blade gap here, but a sharp blade. Oh, I am liking this cream so far. Very nice. Still coming to you from the same bathroom for right now. Might be moving to another bathroom. I don't know yet. Just enjoying the shave. Not as conversational as I am sometimes. And the weather was nice today, but it's almost tomorrow. It's around or perhaps even past midnight where I am. Be right back. Quite enjoying this. It seems like this shave is getting better and better. Unless you're perfect, you probably, like myself, have had shaves that started out with varying degrees of difficulty or at least imperfection on some level and just became better as they went along. This hasn't been a terrible shave so far, but it's getting more pleasant. I suppose I can't always walk and chew gum at the same time. Trying to shave and do a video about shaving, where a guy shaves, i.e. me, that shouldn't be as difficult as it seems sometimes. My me time that I'm trying to share with all of you. And I guess you could say I've needed a lot more, even more me time than usual lately. Most of the time I feel obligated to give you a video on this night of the week, Monday night going into Tuesday morning. All right, anyway. And I'm not going to try to make this a perfect shave because I irritate my neck too often when I do that. Although I am, because this is a mild razor, I am tending to shave over the same spots repeatedly. But even with some mild razors I've been using lately, I was getting some irritation. There might be still some left here on the neck, but overall that was starting to heal, and it looked better. It didn't hurt all that much to begin with, but it certainly looked better, I think. And then, of course, I'll go outside, and since it's chillier at night here this time of year, I'll have my collar pulled up and or a scarf around my neck, so no one's going to see the irritation anyway, if there is any. Okay, let me do my little pop out, pop back in thing, and I'll come back to you freshly lathered again, and then we will go against the grain. Okay, let's go against the grain here. I'll go ahead and go to back to my face here. Sometimes I go directly to the neck on this pass, but I had an itch right here. Thought I might scratch with the razor. Maybe not a good idea. But since I got to do this anyway. What was that? I'm hearing noises in here. The plumbing's a little strange in here. Go to the other side of the blade here. Okay, very nice. The razor is not gunking up as bad as it was. So I'll go ahead and go to the neck now. I haven't used a feather blade except for the other day when I first used this razor. I haven't used one in several years. Someone, well, the fellow that got me into this, young fellow that got me into this years ago, he had given me, into this hobby I mean, he had given me a sample of blades, and we were trying them one by one separately and comparing notes on them, and yeah, a feather blade was among those. I wonder if that's the only feather blade I've ever used. It might be. I used it several times though. And in those days, oh, I don't know, it seemed like we were both getting started and were more impressed than we might be nowadays with some derby green blades or any blades that might be more of your starter blades. And I think there might have been some no-name blades, or maybe they were personas or something that came in a plain white wrapper that worked really well for us. I think those might have been Persona Lab Blues or something like that. Though probably sharper than derbies, they also had a smoothness to them. At least I think they still do, really. Be right back. Going down, folks. To the chin now. Earlier off camera, during one of the breaks, I applied a little bit of styptic pencil to my nostril area there, where I had kind of stupidly clipped myself with the razor. And that's kind of hard to do with this razor. It's so mild, but again, a sharp blade, a feather, high stainless. And we'll flip the blade over here and go to the nose, under the nose. And I'm not going to go real crazy here, because above the lip and under the nose is also where I get a lot of weepers going against the grain. I've had close, comfortable BBS shaves largely by accident in the past, but this is feeling good anyway so far, and I'll come back and then we'll do pickups. Okay, what time is it? It is pickup time, baby. Pickup time. There you go. Pickup time. Okay, there we go. And still, I did go back to the bowl for some more lather. Didn't really need it, but I was trying to not waste some of the lather in the bowl. Haven't really had to go back to the bowl because the brush is retaining a lot of lather. The synthetic, I'll show you this again, the coin on here, the Lancaster Razor, one of those brushes from Etsy. I believe he's on Etsy anyway, but you can Google them if I'm wrong. Lancaster, actually it's Lancaster Razor Works. You can see that there. All right, so. Not a lot going on here, just a good shave right now. The weather was cooperating today and I had a nice time outside, but it is starting to get a little chillier, especially at night. Go over here. Did I get myself here? Yeah, I guess I did. No big deal. A little cold water will probably take care of that. I'll rinse the razor and go over my neck again. Get one of these trouble spots here, or try to, without going too crazy or too aggressive, hopefully, or too heavy-handed. Let's see. This trouble spot's not so bad over on this side. And I got myself again. Shame, shame. But that's okay, I'm about done here. I'm going to rinse my face, rinse the razor, rinse the brush and the bowl, and I'll be back with our good friend, Mr. Towel. Here's Mr. Towel, folks, helping me dry off. Pretty nice. Nice smooth shave overall. No major problems. Good products, good gear, good everything so far. So certainly no major complaints, and depending on how you are on scents, now my nose is not too sophisticated, but to me, and your mileage may indeed vary, to me this kind of Cella almost smells more medicinal than the regular Cella. Not that the regular Cella smells medicinal, but this is something different. And maybe medicinal is not the right word, but more of your standard kind of, oh, I don't know. I can't really give you a good idea of what the scent is, but it's quite a bit different than the regular Cella. Let me go ahead in here. And by the way, I'm going to also, I should also do a bit of a recap here. Began off camera, prepped my face with Yulay pre-shave oil. Nice stuff that. My razor has been this twist to open Popular razor, and in there on its second use, a feather high stainless blade. Okay, let's see here. My brush is this Lancaster Razor Works synthetic handmade tuxedo knot brush, and use the timeless razor shaving bowl right there. Okay, and the shaving cream I was talking about, the Cella Bio Organic, I should say. There was some writing on here or something that came with this that said you're helping the environment by using this. I don't know. But I like the stuff. Okay, now I've already reached into magic cabinet number 2 and pulled this out. I'm going to try I'm going to use some of the Lavender's witch hazel. This is the lavender scented Thayers witch hazel. I don't know what I said. Thayers lavender scented witch hazel. No alcohol, a toner, not an astringent. So very light lavender scent, which will not clash completely with much of anything because it's got such a light scent. And it was what was available at the time that I bought it. Okay, and once again, that is the Lavenders. I'm trying to say Thayers Lavender witch hazel. I'm getting in a hurry because I'm trying to cut this short. Okay, now I'm going to use the Cella Bio Organic aftershave lotion. This right here, green label also. Running a little bit overtime here, so there is some alcohol in that, but pretty smooth feeling overall. Pretty nice. And then I am in a hurry, but my new prep post or aftershave balm, it says on there. I had some of the I still have some of the prep in a jar. I'm going to use this. Oops, this is a little bit runnier than the cream in the jar, but it's a lotion, and we're going to use that to finish up here. And I've used this a couple of times, enjoyed it both times. It's very, very nice. I'm going to let you go right now. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed all this, and peace.